All right, Pac-Manians, last page of the last lesson of the year, except for the homework, right? So it's a little bit involved, but we can do this. So just stick with me. So as part of a woodworking project, Jordan made the figure at the right out of wooden building blocks. How much space does the figure take? He may take up. I want you to pause the video and do this one on your own, okay? And then come back to me and we'll walk through it. Okay, so you're back. All right, hopefully that wasn't too much trouble for you. So I'm gonna break this thing off, I think, right here. And so I'm gonna draw this line straight across. Boom, boom, boom. So we're gonna break it off right there. And I'm gonna do this bottom one, and then I'm gonna do this top one, right? So this is my V1, and this is my V2, right? So V1 equals, so here I've got 12 times 3 times something, right? 12 times 3, and then what is the value of this edge? Okay, well, if I want this edge, I just chase the edges. Boom, boom, boom. There it is, right there. It's 14. If that's 14, that's 14. Okay, so I'm gonna write 14 times 14. Great, I gotta multiply these huge numbers again. Okay, and my V2, let's do it right here. I've got, so this says 8, okay, on this side, but is it going to be 8? It can't be. It's this whole length is 8, right? If I broke this off here, I don't want to make the mistake like the person made in the last lesson, right? Or last page. So if I break that off here, I've got to know what is the length of this piece right there, right? Right here and right here. And so how do I do that? Well, I need to take this part off, right? So how big is that? Well, I chase my edges. Boom, boom, boom. That's a 3. So I'm going to go 8 minus 3, which is, of course, 5. So my new edge here is 5. And if this was 3 and that's 5, and 5 plus 3 is 8. So I know that I'm all right. So I've got 5 times 14. Another big 14 times, and what's the width here? Okay, well, if I go like this, I want to know what that is. What have I been given? I've been given 12 and I've been given 8. What's 12 minus 8? That's going to be 4, right? So right here, we're looking at a 4. Okay, times 4. All right, so 12 and 8. Whatever's left over is 12 minus 8. That's the difference between those two, okay? All right, so minus 8 is 4. All right, so now I'm gonna multiply them out. I mean, whoa. 12 times 3 is 36 times 14, okay? So I gotta do 36 times 14. 4 times 6, 24, right? Put my 2 up here. 4 times 3 is 12. Right? Plus 2 is 14. Okay, what do I put here? A 0. All right, and then 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. Put that here, I get a 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. And 1 plus 3 is 5. So I get 504. So my V1 is 504. I'm going to rewrite this down here a little bit. 504. My V2 was 4, right? This width here, 4 times the 5, the remaining height, times 14. All right, so 4 times 5, that gives me 20. And 20 times 14, well, what's 14 times 2 is 28, right? 14 plus 14 is 28. And then I just add my 0. So this is 280. 28 plus a 0, right? So my volume, my total volume, my TV, not my television, my total volume is 504 plus 280. So I'm going to add those together. 4 plus 0 is 4, 0 plus 8 is 8, and 5 plus 2 is 7, is 784 cubic inches. All right, so now it's going to give me this other question. What are the dimensions of the 2 rectangular prisms that you use to find the volume of the figure? Well, V1 was 12 times 3 times 14, and my V2 was 4 times 5 times 14. All right, now it says what other rectangular prisms could you have used? So what this means is, I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. You can always rewind and see this again, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and erase this here. We broke it off this way, right? So what they're asking me is, what other way could I have broken it? Well, I could have broken it off here, right? So if I break it off here, okay, what are my new numbers? Well, my V1, we can leave them the same. If I break it off here, it's not going to be 12, right? Can't be 12. It's got to be 8, right? Here's my 8. It's kind of hard to see. 8 times 14 times 3. Right? Tells me that's 8, right? If I break it off here, that's 8. That's still 3. That's still 14. And remember, we already calculated this as being 4. Right? But instead of breaking it off here, this is going to be 4 times 8 times 14. Okay? Take out your calculator, calculate those up, and see if they come out the same. But I'm not doing them on this video. Okay, if the volume is found using subtraction, what is the volume of the empty space that is subtracted? So again, they're asking for what is, right, this part. Okay, what is this cube here? So I know that it's 8, right? Because I've got a length of 8 here. I know that it's still 14. Okay, because this is 14. This is my edge, right? Follow my edges. Okay, and then if this is 3 and this was 8, remember what we calculated that out before. This is 5, right? That height is 5. 8 times 14 times 5. All right. So then we just do that. I'm gonna do 8 times 5. So this equals 8 times 5 times 14, right? That's my commutative property. I can move them around. 8 times 5 is 40 times 14, right? So I can just take 14 multiplied by 4 and then add a 0. 4 times 4, 16, right? 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Right, and then I take that 0 and I add it in here, 560. 560 inches cubed. All right. Explain how you can find the volume of a composite figure that are made by combining rectangular prisms. What 2 things I can do? I can break them apart. I can break them apart. Find each volume. Then add them together. Or what else could you do? Or I could find the volume of a whole and subtract the missing piece. But it just says by combining rectangular prisms. That's more like a specific when I get these L shapes, right? When I have the ones that are shaped like, little knobs on top, right? I'm gonna be breaking apart and adding. Okay, this one's kind of weird here. I'm gonna break it off right here. Okay, so what are my dimensions? Well, this is 3 times 6, and what's my width? Follow my edges, right? To 7. So this is V1 is 3 times 6 times 7, and that's here, V1. And my V2, they give me that 5 times 10 times 7. All right, do those, see what you come up with. Pause for a sec, get you back. Me, I'm gonna go 3 times 6 is 18 times 7. 7 times 8, 56, right? Okay, my 5, 7 times 1 is 7, plus my 5 is 12. I get 126. And here I've got 5 times 10 is 50 times 7. Well, that took it easy on us there. What's 5 times 7? It's 35, right? And then I just add my 0. This is 350. Makes sense. This one's bigger than that one, which is good. Then I want to add those together. 6 plus 0, 6. 2 plus 5 is 7, and 1 plus 3 is 4. I get 476. All right, I know these have gone a little bit long, but that's what it takes to do these, right? They're a little bit involved. Please go back and re-watch. If you've got questions, let's zoom it up, and I'll go over it for you in more detail. Okay, homework's coming up.